be seated. Good evening. It's good to be in the house, isn't it? Good evening to students, parents, family, and friends. Welcome to the 16th commencement of Fox Creek High School and to the graduation of the class of 2021. To our board members, thank you for being here and for the tremendous support of our students, faculty, and staff over this past year. To our legislators, Senator Shane Massey and Representative Bill Hickson, we thank you for joining us tonight. To our friends and our parents, thank you for sharing in this special evening. I would also like to extend a special thank you to Ms. Cindy Smith, Ms. Christina Smith, Ms. Lindsay Whelan, and Senior Counselor Ms. Sarah Ellis for organizing tonight's event. To the class of 2021, thank you for enduring what has turned into an eventful senior year, to say the least. Congratulations to you on reaching this most important day. Today represents a tremendous milestone for you as young adults. Thank you for allowing me the honor of being part of this event. Before we begin with tonight's festivities, I would like to ask that during the presentation of diplomas, that parents and friends, that you hold your applause until all of the graduates' names have been called and received their diplomas. We want to be sure that every parent and every guest have an opportunity to hear every graduate's name, and I thank you in advance for that. We also ask that you remain in the location you have found for tonight. Please do not move forward for photographs. Please turn the ringers to your cell phones off so as not to disturb our guests. And last, if anyone needs assistance, please report to the front of the promenade where a member of our staff or a deputy from Edgefield Sheriff's Department are on hand waiting to assist you. We are here to honor the class of 2021. At this time, please welcome Mr. David Black and Mr. Timothy Murdock, our graduate enlistees with the United States Marine Corps, who will lead us in the pledge to the American flag. Then we will follow with the national anthem.
Please stand. Men, would you please remove your hats? Attention, salute, pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to David and Timothy. At this time, the Fox Creek Brass Ensemble will lead us in the playing of the national anthem. Thank you, Aaron Brennis, Mark Gibbs, and Kyle Watson. Please be seated. We will now hear the speeches from the Valedictorian and Salutatorians, and this is a unique year. We had two Young people tied with the exact same GPA per the school allowabilities at the end of the semester, and so we are blessed to have 2 salutatorians with us tonight. But we will begin with the valedictorian. So congratulations to Mr. Sam Feehan, valedictorian for Fox Creek High School class of 2021. The valedictorian is the top-ranked student in the senior class. Sam is the son of Tim and Jen Willing. Sam will attend Clemson University Honors College in the fall, where he will major in physics. We are very proud of Sam and applaud his efforts to excel in the classroom.
Good afternoon to every individual attending Fox Creek's graduation ceremony. I would like to start by congratulating everyone here for making it through these last 4 years. We have all worked incredibly hard to reach this point, and every graduate sitting here today should be proud. We have persevered through the midst of a pandemic during one of the most critical points in our lives, and we have come across the other side unscathed, ready to start a new chapter in each one of our lives, whether it be at college or in the workforce or in the military. We will all be one step closer to adulthood and one step further from the institutions and individuals who raised and prepared us for this moment. And this is something we must not forget. I would like to take a moment to thank all the parents, teachers, and administrators who pushed each and every one of us to excel in and throughout school, allowing us to reach this point today. While I'm sure there was pushback at times, with students losing sight of their end goal and failing to see the light at the end of the tunnel, they continued to push us forward, not allowing us to fall short or fail. Without all of them, we would not have made it this far in our journeys through life, and we surely would not be standing here celebrating this moment today. It would be foolish for us not to credit the ones who pushed us this far and created our educational foundation with the fruits of our merit and education, because without this crucial foundation, none of us would be able to advance. We have all worked incredibly hard to advance through to this point. We have pushed through many early mornings, many tough days, and many long nights, but we cannot stop now. Coming out of high school is the most critical part of our lives. These upcoming months and years will be how we define ourselves and our futures. This time will be when we create true impacts and build our legacies that we will be remembered by. This means we cannot stop pushing forward. We will all work through many long days and stressful, sleepless nights, all in an attempt to define our own legacies. Whether it be through college or the workforce, we will all continue to push forward and accomplish much beyond this point. We all started high school with a dream or a goal or even a complete lack of direction, but now most of us have our eyes set on something, whether it be that same original dream or a different one. And we will all begin to shape our realities around that goal as we step out into the real world. As we take this inevitable step forward into society, we will fulfill much needed positions within it, allowing society and the civilization we live in to advance. Some of us will become landscapers, architects, engineers, veterinarians, doctors, or even intellectuals or scholars, but we will all eventually become the foundation of this world and for future generations to prosper and advance, exactly like we did. This is the reality that stands before us that we will undertake. The weight of our lives in the futures and the weight of many generations that come after us. While this reality might not hit us all immediately, this ceremony signifies the start of something greater, the beginnings of our lives as true individuals, and the addition of another societal layer that we will create that will help define the future. While this may seem overwhelming for some, this is just simply reality. The same reality that all the parents and teachers here faced coming out of their high school years. And we will advance forward, exactly like they did, to help change and alter the world we live in for the better. Congratulations to every senior graduating today, and thank you for allowing me to give this speech.
Thank you, Sam. Now we'll hear from our salutatorians. The first will be Miss Laura Batchelder. Congratulations to Laura Batchelder, Salutatorian. The Salutatorian is the second-ranked student in the senior class. Laura Batchelder is the daughter of Charles and Lisa Batchelder. Laura will attend University of South Carolina and major in operations and supply chain management in the fall. Ms. Laura Batchelder.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. First, to the audience, on behalf of the Fox Creek High School Class of 2021, thank you for being here today. Each and every one of you has had a profound impact on the lives of the students graduating today. Today is one of the most important days of our lives. We gather here to celebrate all of the hard work and dedication we have put into our education since kindergarten. We started our high school careers the day after a solar eclipse. In hindsight, we should have known then that the next 4 years would be anything but ordinary. As we all know, last March, the world was hit with a global pandemic. For the past 15 months, we have been living in a completely different world. A world where we had to wear a mask everywhere we went. A world where hugging our loved ones was no longer an option. A world where our senior year was all but taken away from us. In a normal year, we as seniors would have had many opportunities that we were unable to have. We would have had pep rallies, a real last first day of school, and a packed student section at football games. Instead, we had all of these activities over the computer screen. Now, Zooming is not just a speed, it's a way of life. Despite all of these negative impacts, we were still able to have an exciting senior year. While many things were taken away from us this year, there are many memorable moments from the past 4 years, no matter how big or small they may have been. From the snake in the computer in Mr. Thomas's classroom freshman year, to Miss Shepard's Monopoly competition sophomore year, and Miss Leopard having dogs jump through the window junior year, we may have many moments that we will never forget. We crowd surfed while Mr. Kennemer and Mr. Warnkin's band played. We all have memories that will stick with us for years to come. While the last half of our high school careers was unconventional, we are defined by more than just our COVID year. We are the largest and most competitive class to come through Fox Creek. As a class, we have earned the highest scholarship total in school history. We have survived SATs, ACTs, and EOCs. We have made it through being all virtual and taking online classes. Above all, we survived our final year of high school under the most unusual of circumstances. We have gone from timid freshmen all the way to who we are now, confident high school graduates. We have a lot to be proud of. There are many memories to look back on, and we all have challenging futures ahead of us. Congratulations, class of 2021, we did it.
Thank you, Laura. At this time, we will hear from Ms. Griffiths. McKenna Griffiths is the daughter of Darrell and Ewan Griffiths. McKenna will attend Honors College at Charleston Southern University, where she has been accepted into the Charleston Southern Early Acceptance Nursing School for 2023. McKenna will major in nursing with hopes to attend medical school to become a pediatrician. At this time, please welcome Ms. Griffiths.
Before I begin my salutatorian speech, let us all hoot and holler, celebrate, and flamboyantly cheer for Fox Creek High School's administration, faculty and staff, parents, brothers and sisters, grandparents, and most importantly, my fellow classmates and beloved peers, the class of 2021. Now that our class was named after that infamous vine, 9 + 10, or that number many of us made on our first chemistry pop quiz, we can finally mark off Drake's iconic line, "We started from the bottom, now we are here." I think it is safe to say that the tassel was worth the hassle, and that the trajectory of our progressive futures are exponentially soaring. Now, let's give the past 13 years full of memories all to the glory of God. As the American poet Robert Frost once said, take the road less traveled. And for us, our final destination landed us at 165 Shortcut Road. Out of all 8 billion individuals in this world, we have the pleasure of passing the lovely Food Lion, Park and Ride, or even the occasional donkey on Stevens Road. As we leave no stone unturned, let us not forget that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, that Y equals mx plus b, Times New Roman 12-point font is the way to go, and Quizlet's saving grace are the foreground principles for tomorrow's productive citizens. Though this is a new season in our lives, and no, I'm not talking about oregano or rosemary, let us not forget, as our diverse and diverse service, I challenge you all to carry an invisible bucket. To this day, my favorite book, Have You Filled a Bucket Today, by Sarah McLeod, continues to inspire all individuals, despite differences, to collaborate on one cause. Filling each other's buckets with praise, faith, inclusion, optimism, and encouragement amidst change or unprecedented challenges. Ultimately, build people up, put their insecurities to rest, remind them that they have a purpose, tell them they are loved. Be the light in a too often dim world. Today, I want to take the time to tell a story of an individual after whom I strive to mimic my actions after. Jim Thorpe, born in the midst of adversity in the 18th century, became the first Native American to win 2 Olympic gold medals. Faced with racial prejudice, his twin brother passed away at the age of 9, and both parents passed away shortly after that. Through perseverance and ultimate grit, Thorpe's natural athleticism allowed him to compete in the pentathlon. As an orphan, one of his most prized possessions was his only pair of running shoes. Already an unlucky man, his only pair of running shoes were stolen the night before his race. Despite his obstacles, he dug throughout a trash bin and surprisingly found 2 opposite-sized shoes. Thorpe would later on go on to win the Olympics, and his legacy of tenacity and willpower, despite setbacks, would live on for forever. Now, I'm not telling you all to go dig in the closest trash can in hopes of one day dreaming of participating in the Olympics, but to keep the story of Thorpe close to heart as we partake in life outside of this place that we all call home. Though today, June 3rd, is National Repeat Day, it is only natural that some of us reminisce on that dreadful Power School notification that one time Mr. Bramhall ordered one too many Takis, or those infamous holy jeans, but most importantly, the place where the Predator Pride runs deep, Fox Creek. Before we all depart, I want to share the most highlighted and read quotation from any novel to ever exist. Derived from Susan Collins' novel, Catching Fire, the quotation reads, "Sometimes things happen to people, and they're not equipped to deal with them. Though we start our future occupations or post-secondary educations in the fall, I have full faith that my fellow classmates are equipped with God-given tools and proficiency to meet the demands of any given circumstance." As Kenny Chesney sings, "Don't blink." Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25 and your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. The past 44,150,400 blinks over the past 4 years has gone faster than we could ever think. For the years to come, let us not overindulge in ramen noodles or spend eternity in the bottom of our parents' basements. but let us embrace our individualities and exceptionalities. Simply don't let your ice cream melt by counting someone else's sprinkles. To the class of 2021, it is my greatest gift to know each and every one of you. Now, join me in saying, here's to you, O Fox Creek High School, alma mater true. Raise your voices and sing it proud, our loyalty to you. And in conclusion, I want to take one final class selfie, as this, unfortunately, will be the last time that we're all together. So we all want to get in, and on the count of 3, I'll say cheese, and we'll show our beautiful smiles. Yeah, see? Here, you get. All right, you can stand up if you need to. 1, 2, 3, say cheese. Thank you.
And thank you to McKenna. She has a lot of memories of things that have taken place here. Some I try to forget. This time we're going to do the presentation to candidates, so I'll ask Mr. Baskett and Ms. Shepard to come forward, as they'll be the ones reading the names. And let me just ask one more time, please, if you would, refrain from applause or noise of any sort as we call each child's name. It's not to punish anyone, it's to ensure that every parent has an opportunity to hear their child's name read. It's 18 years in the making for all these kids. We want to make sure their mamas have a chance to hear their names tonight. So I thank you in advance for that. And at this time, we'll begin the presentation of candidates. You got it.
Sam? Samuel Michaela Grace Adams. Kaylee Alyssa Allen. Aaron Joseph Brennis. Emma Elaine Ellis. Brinley Thomas Furness. Mark William Gibbs. Carrington Brooke Harris. Andrew Jackson Neese. Ashley Blake Kugler. Anna Elizabeth Leopard. Braxton Keel Buchanan Sanders. Dalton James Sanders. Liliana Elizabeth Sheely Slagle. Brooklyn Jean Thompson. Caleb Daniel Trahan. Emmett Peter Adams III. William Patrick Edward Barfield.
That's my dog!
Kirsten Alexis Bauman. Please hold your applause to the end. Caleb Bryce Bauman. Bainham, excuse me. Joseph Reese Benson. Autumn Rose Birdsall. David Lamar Black. Emma Drew Black. Victoria Ann Black. Kinsley Elise Boyd. Jacob Nolan Boyette. Bradley Otto Brown. Olivia Taylor Bird. Trey Bryson Butler. Madeline Grace Byers. Dendrell Philip Carter. Kendrell Rico Carter. Imani Janae Casey. Ethan Miles Charles. Lillian Aaron Childers. Lauren Brooke Coleman. Luke Conrad Colbreth. Jennifer Lamaya Days Smith. Gabriella Victoria Day. Sarah Raquel Dearman. Kelts James Dees. Elsie Delgado Vasquez. Asia Talia Derrick. Cameron Jamal Dickens. Olivia Lee Bill. Grace Louise Dixon. Noah Grayson Dawkins. Christina Karen Downey. Raina Cheyenne Donnell. Lauren Renee Evanson. Emma Corinne Farquhar. Abigail Rose Forrest. Keelan Nicole Futrell. Noah Allen Gilbert. Jonah Daniel Glover.
Now it's time. Now it's time. Let's go. Let's go. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Samuel Connor Godby. Kaya Don Goldman. Bobby Madison Griffin.
Bobby.
Mackenzie Rose Guest. Ashlyn Mackenzie Harmon. Charles Nathan Hanson. Jaden Arthur Harper. Shannon Nicole Hartman. Abigail Christina Haywood. Brooke Paige Henderson. Draven Lee Henson. Copeland Marie Hodges. Emily Melissa Hollowell. Amy Nicole Holmes. Mackenzie Sanaa Holmes. Mary Sarah Houck. Emily Nicole Hutchins. Ann Davies Jenkins. Cortavius Tyreek Jennings. Adrian Danielle Johnson. Bryson Jamarian Johnson.
Aaliyah Brianna Jordan. Zachary Thomas Kennedy. Nolan Gray Karakanich. Logan Scott Kern. Jacob Christ Kramer. Hayden Riley LaFramboise. Zoe Grace Lawson. Dawson Lee Lewis. Amber Lynn Little. Christina Hope Lohr. Ryan Irvin McAfee. Cameron Bryce Mance. Lori Dana Martin. Nathan David Massey. Bryson Daniel Mathis. Kristen Ann McBride. Rihanna Elizabeth McCluggage. Madison Lynn McCord. Kyra Divinity McCoy. Caleb Blake McLaughlin. Caitlin Sierra Messina. Ashlyn Nicole Michael. Catherine Blair Elizabeth Miller. Emily Rose Miller. Mallory Anna Miller. Kirsten Noel Mimi. Michaela Elizabeth Morris. Timothy Nathaniel Murdick. Natalie Jane Nordine. Dayon Maurice Tyreek Overton. Tyleek Daishion Martique Overton. Judah Daniel Owen. Riley Annette Owens. Stephen Grady Paget. Braden Eugene Pender. Walter Alexander Ethan Poole. Corbin Harrison Poore. Kyle Michael Posey. Hayden Olivia Presley. Tommy Wendell Priester. Michaela Jade Pritchett. Cameron Michelle Ray. Macy Ray Rice. Jim Patrick Riley. Vision Nigeria Roberts. Joanna Kaylee Robinson. Lauren Mackenzie Robinson. Victoria Rain Rogers. Callum Alexander Rodriguez. Hayden Alexander Rogers. Nicholas Michael Salcido. Jeremy Am Gosoko Sevilla. Dameron Wayne Sherrouse. Connor Joseph Sherlock. Maddie Elizabeth Silas. Anna Grace Smith. Callista Lynn Smith. Peyton Lee Smith. Parker Andrew Stampley. Tyler Houston Stampley. William Walken Stevens. Jemiah Nevaeh Stevens. William Jennings Still. Peyton Grace Stone. James Alden II. Abby Elizabeth Thomas. Malik John Thomas. Michael Lamar Thomas II. Kiana Delaney Thurmond. Braden Michael Turner. Maya Nicole Tyler. Ariana Javelle Usher. Tyson Malone Walker, Jr. Haley Janice Warner. Kyle Lawrence Watson. Justin Bland Whaley. Alexis Faye Williams. Nathan Thomas Williams. Peyton Elizabeth Wood. Brianna Angelique Wright. Evan Joseph Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021.
welcome to have a seat. I need the graduates to remain standing. Graduates, please remain standing. Just a couple things left. Parents, you're welcome to have a seat. Graduates, please do stand. I'm going to confer upon you the diplomas. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of Fox Creek High School and the South Carolina Department of Education, I hereby declare you graduates of Fox Creek High School with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities afforded you hereafter. Graduates, at this time, would you please move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying your graduation from high school. I would like to commend this year's graduating class who has qualified for over $6 million in college scholarships and grants. That by far exceeds the school record. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2021.